Hey guys, welcome to the episode 2 of the peer-to-peer network coding session. Today we are going to go through the code and start and seeing if we might be doing some reorganization because I don't really like this how it is structured. Also, I have a short wish list from the people working at the desktop app. So we might be implementing a few changes there. So let's get to the code. Okay, the network is a project that is run from this script, very small script. And from there, we jump into network root. These kind of root scripts are it's like a standard for each application. We have a root where we do more or less the same stuff, but depending on the application, we load some other dependencies or load in a specific root object like this one. From here, we are getting into network node, that is a script inside the network, not the network project, but the network folder. Okay. So here, network node. So this is the part that I would like to check if it is going to be actually working like this or not. Or organized like this or not. Okay, here we have two main functions: setup network and setup services. Hmm. So I'm going to check out what we are building here. This is not really clear. Also, what is going on here at user profiles? I don't like the name user profiles. Mm-hmm. Okay, let's check out this guy. I'm going to close all this stuff for now. So this is our stack so far: network, network root, and network node. Okay. And if you check out this, it's important. At the root object network, we are storing network node. That means that any object stored here is going to be available via this path. So no need to send stuff via parameters. But the problem is that some of these modules are also accessed by other applications that is not the network, like for example the desktop app, the platform, or the task server. So that part makes it tricky, because that means that some of the objects that are needed then are not going to be accessible via this root object. Okay, so that is important to notice. Okay, here it says this module represents the peer-to-peer network node. It contains a node, blockchain account, and user profile. This user profile is most likely a social user profile. This is the kind of things I want to fix today, because when things are mixed up, then you cannot continue building on top. So let's see if who is setting this user profile and what information is in there. Maybe I just run this. Let's see this. I'm going to search peer-to-peer network node dot user profile. Um, okay, we are in peer-to-peer network node, not peer-to-peer network. So that's why we are not finding this. The search here is really not working. I don't know why. But I guess that whatever is changing here. This is not usable. Okay, this is not what we need. Okay, we receive here peer-to-peer network node. This is the mess I'm talking about. Peer-to-peer network node is the second parameter here at user profiles. But here we call it peer-to-peer network client identity. Which might be right, but it's a different thing. So why peer-to-peer network client identity? And why do we call it here peer-to-peer network node? Um, I really need this search to work in order to know what is going on. I really need this to work. Hmm, I will try to closing this. I really don't understand why Visual Studio Code sometimes takes forever to work and sometimes not. Maybe there is a bug there, something like that. Okay, so it looks like we are calling this guy peer-to-peer client identity. Because at many applications this is a but who is this guy? There's another guy called client identity. Oh my god, the mess is even bigger. Because this guy this model represents the peer-to-peer network client running at the moment. The peer-to-peer network client. What is the peer-to-peer client? Okay, the secret is here. Peer-to-peer client identity. Okay, so the purpose of this node, it seems to be to store the UI node that is running at the moment. In the sense, we are getting from the secrets file, okay, we are getting from environment the app code name. Okay, could be network node 1, task server 1, desktop app 1, whatever. From there, we get this. With that, we get from the secrets the no ID of what is configured. From there, we compare with all the network, with all the possible network clients. We are calling network clients any entity connected to network nodes, including themselves a network node, because it's a client in relation with other network nodes. Okay, so once we find the one that is matching what we have at our configuration at the environment, then we put it in here. Okay, and we put the blockchain account that notes that the signature represents at the SIG signing account, and we put a reference to the social profile. Okay, to the social profile, and that works for the desktop. It works for task server and all the other that we saw here where this is going on. Task server, okay, and it's also is used everywhere. Okay, I get it. And the node that we are using everywhere is called peer-to-peer network client identity. That's how we call it. And from there, we can get to its config and extract, for example, the host or the port where to find the services provided by that node. Let me go to the platform. Specifically to RAM governance. Yes. Oh, this is a lot of people. Uh, Specifically, I would like to go to this workspace only with my profile. I think my computer is especially slow today. That's why I'm suffering. And everything thanks to Microsoft, who is stealing 50% of my CPU. So thank you, Microsoft, because I'm sure I cannot stop this. It will, it will not stop or even slow down. This is so slow now. Okay, so when we are talking about the nodes that we are storing there, we're talking about this. Okay, a peer-to-peer network node or any of these user apps, social trading, desktop, algo traders platform. Okay, these are the type of things we are storing there, these nodes. So that's why they call it there, or I call it there, network clients, because the platform, the mobile app, or the task server app, all of these guys, we call them network client. So here we call it network client identity because is pointing to the node that represents the current identity that we are running with. Okay. So now the question is, do we need to have two nodes, two modules for the same stuff, or one is enough? Well, in this case, it looks like the initialize is the one setting this. So let me check that, how that is supposed to work. We are talking about that which is not actually not true. If you see, peer-to-peer network node here at network node, the initialize is not sending anything. So it very much looks like this is something outdated that was replaced by the concept of peer-to-peer network client identity. But still being used at the original place in the original way. So what I'm going to try to do is replace this peer-to-peer network node Let's check out where we are using this. Oh my god. Okay, here I am initializing in the way that it was expected. Oh my god. One thing for sure is that this is a user's social profile. Okay, and these network nodes that we recruit here are the ones that can be used to try to connect to either if you are a network client or a network peer. Um, okay, so to let's see if we can get some conclusion. I think I'm going to keep these two different nodes modules because this represents a different stuff. These are network nodes. This model represents a peer-to-peer network node at the bootstrapping process all nodes are identified memory. Uh, okay. What is really not useful is when we have the network node here and we are initializing this. This is not useful because it's doing nothing and it's confusing. So we set up ourselves as a network node. And store here object representing so okay, so this clarify a little bit what is going on. So what we are doing is that we're going to store here, which means here, an instance of this object peer-to-peer network node that is the same object that represents any peer-to-peer object, any peer-to-peer node in at the network, but we need to know which is ourselves. Okay, so we are just instantiating this here to send it to the Bootstrap process here, so that the Bootstrap process can put inside the actual node and whatever it puts inside, and then this is set up correctly and we can use it. So this is what we call Bootstrap process. Okay, so I am very much tempted to rename this because it's not really telling us exactly what is going on in there. What is going on is that yes, we are loading the profile, but also we are loading the app schemas, and this was added later on. So we are going to rename this by, and it's not even the Bootstrap process of the network or of a node or even of a network client. It's a general like Bootstrap process that all the applications is the app Bootstrap process. Is the app Bootstrap process because any app, the task server app, the desktop app, the platform app, and the network app needs to run this in order to set up in memory all what is needed for them to either run as a network node or connect to a network node, whatever is the case for each of the apps. So we're going to call this the app bootstrap process. So we're going to do a refactoring here. You see, we have it almost everywhere. Desktop, backend, nodes, obviously here, and at the task server. Okay. But we will also need it on the profile schema, or the project schema that we will open here. Okay, so this is going to be called app bootstrap process. Okay. That means that this is going to be changed app bootstrap process. That means that this is going to change. Okay, and this also. So let's find this. We will add a dot there. Wow, there's a lot of ambiguity here. A lot. So not this, not this. This is the problem when you don't name things properly from the beginning with both space. Then you have ambiguity, and that is bad. Clients program, airdrop program, everything ambiguous. Um, okay. It looks like these are the things we need to refactor. Okay. So we will refactor this by this. This is task server, network node, desktop, backend in desktop app. And of course here. Okay. So finally, we will need to change the file name. Okay. So let's see the comment. This module is useful for all apps that needs to operate with in general with here. Will not user map. Okay, let's detail what this process is going to do. One, load app schemas. Um, load user profiles. It will also scan the user profiles. Um, it will identify all peer-to-peer network nodes, and 5. Still to do. Calculate. Profiles. Rankings. Okay, this is a whole topic still pending to do. So we can move this comment in here. User profile are plugins of the governance system before the well. Okay, so now it's a little bit more clear. We are also setting up the users, which I don't really know if it is something that it should be here, but probably it is. We're going to add it here. Setting up the social profiles. And finally, this is pending. 5 and 6. Okay. These are social profile. Okay. Oh, it seems that we're doing something else. This is a new addition. So we are also doing this at the bootstrapping process. Setting up storage containers. Okay, all this is done in here at this app bootstrap process. Or bootstrapping process better. This is taking forever. Okay, probably I will rename this later. Okay, so let's check out if this works. At least if it continues running as before. What is this? My God. I did bother without refactoring. So let's take a look what I'm doing here. What is going on here? Okay. Let's check what was there before because now I mess it up. So what we used to have was user profiles. Okay, so what we're going to do is that this guy that I put it incorrectly is going to be this plus this. Okay, so now we're going to search for all the places where we have this, and we're going to manually fix. Okay, app bootstrap process. Okay, so we are going to finally be able to call this bootstrapping process. Okay, that means that here is going to be bootstrapping, and this guy is going to be bootstrapping also. So that means that we are going to modify the name here by bootstrapping process. Okay, so again, we are going to search for this because we are using user profile here, and we're going to replace that but locally by a bootstrapping process. And yeah, network node also, but I'm missing some guys. I'm missing the React and the other guys that were using this stuff. So I don't know why they are not appearing here, but we will see. Desktop, React backend. Is this the same than here? Looks like. But this user profile, we're going to change it for this. But now something is missing at the task server, at least because I cannot see the guy. I should be seeing the task server because we are using the task server. I don't know where I lost it. Desktop backend, network node, task server. Yeah, this refactoring didn't reach it. There's something wrong with that. Because this search wouldn't work well now. So we'll have to manually fix this. And these network user profiles will be this. But I'm not sure what is the impact of replacing this, so I will have to test a lot of stuff now. What is this? Oh, I replaced this stuff. This is terrible. Okay, this could work. Desktop app backend. It is also damaged. No, it was not here. It was here. So there's one missing, that is the desktop app, where this is broken. No. Okay. So we have the task server, the backend, the backend, the task server. Okay, let's see if this runs. Okay. Network is running. Already in use. Okay, because I'm running. all this stuff. Especially this guy. Okay, I think I'm going to close all of these guys so that I can test if they are continue running. Okay, so now we run the network. Okay, this was expected. Okay. Um, the network is running. So I will run now my desktop app that is a test stuff. Oops. Okay. No desktop. Okay. We can see the first problem because we are still calling this user profile and his user social profile. So this is at peer-to-peer network peers 80. Peer-to-peer network peers 80. This was changed by user social profile. Okay, so we run this guy again. Network running. We run this guy again. Okay, same problem, but somewhere else. WebSocket network client 160. WebSocket network client. User profile 160 103. User social profile. This is user social profile. and this is user social profile. In general, it looks like to fix this we will need to do user profile. Okay, we are finding none, so we'll try it again. We'll try it again. Um, um, okay, so we run this and we come again and we run the node desktop. Okay, so now this is working. Not 100% because I don't see the guys there. I don't see errors there. But I'm not 100% this should work because I haven't checked this working for a while. So what I'm going to do is to instead I'm going to check the desktop app, the React desktop app. So I will stop this guy and I'm going to run this one. Well, it's going to try to run a node and it's going to fail. But this usually takes a minute or two. I think that at the platform level, I'm going to also do some testing. I will go to first make sure that the task server is running well. So I'm going to go to getting started tutorials. So my machine with this antivirus that I cannot stop is really very slow today. Okay, so it looks like that this app is working because this is my latest information. So that would mean that the changes are good enough. Okay. um, on this side, what I want to know if I can run this, for example, this data mining, if this is working. Okay, it looks like it is. So I also going to run a test of the trading strategy, a back test. Okay, so this is also running, so I can stop this 100%. And probably the last thing I would like to test is the trading signals demo. If it doesn't take forever. So in the meantime, we are going to check what we did. So as you can see, even a little small reorganization of code is expensive in terms of time. So it is worth having things organized from the start. And organized means also with the right naming. and write comments in code so that it's easy to follow, to remember what is going on. At this session, we did just a very tiny change and see how much time it took. So we are at this workspace, trading signals. What I'm going to do is to run these two bots and see if there is any problem while they run. Where is my console? Okay, this is my console for the platform. So I will run this guy that is going to be sending signals. And for this, it uses the peer-to-peer network. Okay. So both bots are running. So I'm going to run this guy that is going to wait for the other. But this is going to wait for the signals of the other. Let's check it out. So there it goes. This is running, but it will wait the whole day worth of signals. And the only way that this can continue if it received via the peer-to-peer network the file key where the signals are stored. So this guy finish. Okay, it didn't go through, but I don't have any problem log anywhere like related to our changes. So I would say that the changes are not affecting this. Probably this is something that I didn't test for a while now, so it might not be working for something else. And it can be anything from a configuration or whatever. Um, okay, so we will get it up to here. We didn't have time at this episode to go through the wish list. I will continue working on the network now more often, and maybe jumping into a full iteration here, uh, so as to implement what is missing. That is the actual distribution of signals from only one node that we have today to multiple nodes, and also at some point I will have to put the rate limits based on the ranking of the application and taking into account the token power that people are using. Okay, so that is the next iteration of the peer-to-peer network, plus some code reorganization than the one that I did now. So this episode is just like a warming up for what is coming. But at some point I have to dive like deeper into this and produce a new iteration on the peer-to-peer network. So this is all for now. Thank you for watching and see you at the next one.